What's up, y'all? It's your boy D Palm from the Unanimous Decision podcast. So one of the wrinkles that occurs due to our recording schedule is that while I'm able to talk about all the college football in the world, I can't get things timed up to talk about the NFL. I know we all love it. I know, there are people who are boycotting, and that's all for them. But each Tuesday, I'm going to try to drop these quick snaps on you. And that's going to be just a quick look around the league, see how the weekend went. And we're also going to have you talk a little bit of shit because of our Pigskin Pick and Challenge. We have one with the UDPod group on ESPN. And before getting anything else, I need to chastise the group. Like, if you have joined this group and you're out here competing for wonderful prizes, like, if I win, I'm not giving anyone any prize. Like, I have a tiered system in my head. I know what everyone's getting if the top three. But if I walk away with this, y'all need to, tighten up. I'm not giving away anything. Because, I'm be honest, man, I stopped gambling a few years ago. I don't gamble on sports anymore. But y'all got your boy looking like a genius right now. I'm leading the group. Really nothing more to it. I'm just here to stun a little bit and kind of challenge people who are in the group and active and want to see me knocked off. Like, come get these prizes, because, like, if I'm this good at this, like, I should be gambling again, and that's not a place I need to be. It's not something you want to reinforce with me and my mind and my ego. Come on now, let's tighten up, team. Let's get things done. But first, let's talk about the weekend that was in the NFL. Of course, the mighty Falcons carried on their winning ways, going 2-0 on Sunday Night Football, beating up on the Packers. Everyone told me that, you don't really overcome these kind of Super Bowl losses you took. And I got to be honest, I struggled to get excited for the season. But last night, hearing Chris Collinsworth and Al Michaels bring up the Super Bowl every 45 seconds, yeah, I'm ready. I'm back. I'm locked in. I'm on board. I'm hashtagging brotherhood. Whatever we're doing this year, Falcons, let's do this. Like, I want blood now. Like, this showed me that the specter's not going away, so we might as well embrace it. Might as well put on the black hats. Let's go be bad guys. Let's run this league, because looking around the league, not a lot of teams are coming together with an offense that can match us in points and a defense who I trust in space and on the road. Speaking of which, Monday Night Football just ended. The Lions, dressed up in their finest Kentucky garb, put it on the Giants. And I was told by AppleCare that once Dez came back, it'd be all better for the Giants. That somehow the O-line would be fixed and they get a running game going and maybe Brandon Marshall would catch a ball or two. None of that happened. Defense looks old and slow. No real pass rush. And something that's crazy, something that tells you just how weird 2017 is, the Lions salted the game away with their running attack. And the Giants couldn't stop them. And that's where we are right now as football fans, guys. Like, these happen in this way where things that you would expect aren't happening. Eric Flowers, I don't know where they found you, my man. I don't know how you got to be the left tackle of the Giants, but you're going to get somebody killed out there, man. They say move him to right tackle. Like, that's going to be easy. Like, it's easy to change your stance and all your physicality to the whole different side of the line. Like, things are going to be bad in New York for a while, because I think Eli may have fallen off a shelf, and even the mighty powers of Odell Beckham aren't going to be able to save him. Let's start with the early games from Sunday. The Bills lost to the Panthers 9-3. Hey, look, if I'm supposed to be scared of the Panthers, I need you to put more than 9 points up. Like, if you want me to say, oh, that's a legitimate threat to the NFC South, I need to think that you can score with my boys, and I don't think they can. Someone who I know can, the Buccaneers, put it on the Bears 29-7. This is what I was worried about. And they haven't really integrated O.J. Howard yet. I think it's going to come during the season. I think he had one catch for 17 yards. But, like, this is what I'm worried about. This is the potential for this offense to score a lot of points is there. And against like opponents, the Bears, the Buccaneers played a better game. So hopefully the Falcons can hold on. And by the way, this is all coming through a Falcons lens, particularly in the NFC South. Like, I know y'all know who I am, so let's just be real with it. Next up, the Ravens shellacked the Browns. I believed in the little quarterback for the Browns, man. I thought that maybe DeShone Kizer could do something that other Browns quarterbacks couldn't do, and he looked decent in week one, and nope, I was wrong. Flacco looks like he might actually be back. The back seems to have healed itself enough to carry himself over the Browns at the very least. The Titans picked up a win 37-16 over the Jags. Everyone was riding high on the Jags after their 11-sack performance, and I was just like, look, you can believe in the Jags if you want to. It has never worked for anyone in the history of football ever, but hey, give it a shot. The Cardinals knocked off the Colts 16-13. Look, And Jacoby Brissett, like putting him in is a tacit admission that, Indianapolis should drop the ball. So you remember this guy got to Indianapolis probably 2 weeks ago. There's no way he knows the plays. No way he knows the coverage checks. There's no way he knows audibles. And you're throwing him out there because Scott Tolzien was going to get literally hurt out there. It was a self-preservation move for Scott Tolzien. And, they're not going to win a lot of games this year. And everyone's like, well, Andrew Luck announced that he's out for 2 more weeks. If I was Andrew Luck, you would never see me play for this football team this season. For who? For what? The line is bad. The receivers are bad. Here's a game. Name a Colt beside T.Y. Hilton. Seriously. That's what I thought. The Chiefs knocked off the Eagles. Chiefs, of course, did not look as good as they did when beating on the defending champion Patriots in the opening Thursday night. But they still look solid. Defense is still something to be seen. The Eagles, hey, it's growing pains, and you're playing a great defense, and you're going on the road, and staying within 7's not a victory, but clearly because they lost. But it is something to say you can take it back to the NFC East, which everyone tells me is the best conference in football, best division of football, and just maybe don't see it. The Steelers put it on the Vikings, 26-9. The Vikings are hoping that Sam Bradford is able to come back, and when you're hoping for Sam Bradford and you're losing by 17? Like, that's not a great place to be in. I will say this. I did see an article coming out of Minneapolis this weekend, or today, saying that they'd been better served bringing Colin Kaepernick in the offseason. And that's the real rub here, because everyone liked the short-term boost of, we're not going to sign him, we're da-da-da-da, stick to our gun, da-da-da-da, lies you tell to be a flag humper, whatever. However, the fans really care about winning football games. And when you've proven that the quarterback talent that you're putting on the field cannot get that done, they're not going to say, hey, that guy did something I didn't like. They're going to say, hey, man, his last 5 game splits are actually really good. Like, you see the quality of throws he's making out there. You're like, wait, he could come in and help us today. Like, why? I get principles, but let's just be real here and win some football games. Winning football games is what they do in New England. Back on track, beating the Saints 36-20. It's over in New Orleans, right? It's a wrap. It's done. Someone catch the lights. Sean Payton's got the bill. And I couldn't be happier for it because, again, I'm a Falcons fan. Screw the Saints. The Jets scored 20 points, and I bet I would have lost, but they lost to the Raiders 45-20. Raiders look good. Marshawn's dancing on people. And the Jets, man, look, they're going to get their coach fired. And I think it was set up to get him fired. It was I'm not saying it was intentional, but this was a situation where it was a no-win, and they're not going to win. 0-4 in the city of New York, because the Tuesday papers are going to be real calm and level-headed with that. The Dolphins beat the Chargers on the road 19-17. The Chargers, once again, new city, new stadium, couldn't fill that one, and again, can't win close games. The Broncos put it on the Cowboys, 42-17. The big story coming out of here, Ezekiel Elliott getting called for, I think it was, the terminology they're using is quitting on a play. What do you call quitting on a play? I call a loaf. Those happen in football. I've coaches used to count loafs for individual players. 3 loafs, you'd have to do some up downs or whatever, or do some running or whatever. But yeah, the counterpoint is, let's say that after that pick, he does cut on a dime and try to run down this play, try to run down this tackle. He's not going to catch him. And if he gets hurt out there doing that, what's the headline now? It's, why was Ezekiel Elliott out there running down interceptions? And if it's not, it's, hey, Ezekiel, you did a great job, but guess what? You're not getting any of your incentives in your contract because you can't run anymore because you're hurt. You want the downside of your contract? I don't think so. They're here for incentive money. And while everyone says, oh, Ezekiel Quinn needs to be a leader, hey, he's not happy about running for fewer than 10 yards. This guy's going to put in the work, and I think it's interesting to see how the conversation about his effort on a play, on an interception in a game that's over, is now becoming a referendum on his character. People who want to take that high horse, you probably could have taken that high horse all summer, or for the last 14 months this case has been going on. Don't get tough now because you think he did something that was against the rules of the football gods. The Washington professional football team knocked off the Rams, sending their former OC to his first loss as a pro coach. Ty Gurlish, that's all I can really say about this game. I don't know what Kirk Cousins is going to do because he showed more in that end of that game than I thought he had. That said, if you can do it in spurts is one thing. Consistently, I don't think so. And this Rams defense, which is supposed to be world beaters, Aaron Donald's just not getting getting to the team. We'll see how it works out fitting him back in there. Last but not least, the 49ers and Seahawks set back offensive football 20 years with a 9-12 finish. The less said about, the better. Again, we'll be back every Tuesday with the quick snaps. And that was your show. This is your outro. See you guys next week. What's up, y'all? It's your boy UDPod from the Unanimous Decision Podcast. So one of the wrinkles that occurs due to our recording schedule is that while I'm able to talk about all the college football in the world, I can't get things timed up to talk about the NFL. I know we all love it. I know, there are people who are boycotting, and that's all for them. But each Tuesday, I'm going to try to drop these quick snaps on you. And that's going to be just a quick look around the league, see how the weekend went. And we're also going to have you talk a little bit of shit because of our Pigskin Pick'em Challenge. We have one with the UDPod group on ESPN. And before getting anything else, I need to chastise the group. Like, if you have joined this group and you're out here competing for wonderful prizes, like, if I win, I'm not giving anyone any prize. Like, I have a tiered system in my head. I know what everyone's getting if the top three. But if I walk away with this, y'all need to, tighten up. I'm not giving away anything. Because, I'm be honest, man, I stopped gambling a few years ago. I don't gamble on sports anymore. But y'all got your boy looking like a genius right now. I'm leading the group.